Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the YouTube channel of K.L.P Entertainment, and welcome back to another exciting episode of the K.L.P Doubletake. Of course, y'all, we've got to dabble into it because, we had the conference come out. Of course, Nintendo Direct Mini, may I add, has come out with, of course, their newest press conference. And, of course, we got some games we kind of already know about. But then there were some games that were mentioned. And of course, I'm your host, K.L.P Kennedy Lucas. We're giving you guys a K.L.P Double Take. I've got my co-host, as always, Tyrus Lester is in the building. T?
It's good to be back in the studio, Kennedy. Giving you guys podcasting and video content. This is actually one of my favorite shows to do with you is the K.L.P Double Take. Simply because we're talking about whatever we need to talk about. Whether it's gaming or movie-related news. In primarily we talk about gaming with K.L.P Double Take, and Kennedy, I gotta pose this question, and I pose this question to all of our fans that are tuned in to the show today. I saw the press conference, the Nintendo Direct Mini, of course, obviously, and as you guys are seeing, we have Monster Hunter, the newest Monster Hunter game that's coming out very soon. With this Direct, I'm not really understanding the mini part. Maybe this is just speculation to all of our fans out there, Kennedy. I think maybe this is just a mini version of whatever next they got coming up, and they're just not ready to show it yet. Because I've seen it on Twitter, a lot of people were really confused about how they titled it the Nintendo Direct Mini, but I'm not understanding the mini part. I thought when I saw the announcement, I thought that this was going to be they're announcing a new Nintendo Switch console. I know that's a little funny, that's a little weird because they just released the OLED version, but I thought they were going to do a Nintendo Switch Mini, which maybe we already have that in the Nintendo Switch Lite. So I wasn't too sure about the mini part, but as you guys are seeing, this game here, Monster Hunter, the next one that's coming out very, very soon, Sunbreak, is quite exciting. It looks beautiful, to say the least, for Nintendo Switch. I always get worried about big quality, high quality titles, Kennedy, when it comes to these big games, because as you guys are seeing the footage, this looks like it's been compressed a lot of good resolution, and I always get a little worried about, how will this play off in the Nintendo Switch? I'm sure the OLED looks fantastic. I don't have an OLED. I have the day one Switch. I think, Kennedy, you said you had the Mario edition. I'm very interested to see how this game progresses. Monster Hunter Sunbreak is something we've seen and hear about for a long time, and now we officially got a release date, and it's coming out very, very soon.
Yeah, I agree with that, T. Yeah, a lot of people get confused about the Nintendo Direct Mini, right? The whole name of it. I think this is a way, and this is just our speculation, guys. And by the way, we're just going off script on this video, by the way. So I think Nintendo is working on something that they gave us something, right? Because you look at the month of June, which you and I both know, T, we've been working really, really hard to get content out, because there's been a lot of press conference, there's been a lot of video content, there's been a lot of showcases within this month of June. Of course, we saw the State of Play, we saw the Xbox Bethesda show, and we didn't see much from Nintendo until a couple days ago, where this conference came out. I think Nintendo's working on their best. They're working on their best to give us content, right? Because they have to match up with all of their competitors, being PlayStation, being Xbox, being Stadia, and not really Stadia is not really their competition, but they have to build their quota. And that's what I think that they're doing is they're building quota. So let's say, okay, we got to get a game out. We got to get some games out because it's the Switch. I applaud Nintendo for having content out simply because I have to be honest with you guys. I haven't been playing my Switch as much. Like you said, T, I do have the Mario Edition Switch that I bought in 2021, and I was excited for it. But then over the time, there hasn't been games to really come out as of yet, right? Or any good games that I'm very interested in because they just haven't been. I think the latest interesting game that I bought was Super Mario Odyssey, and I was excited, right? And Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, those games I got excited for. But then after that, it's just like, okay, I haven't had any more games that were very interesting. Now this is the year where you guys just saw it, Nier Academia. That game, the end year of, I forgot the name of that game title, but that game looks quite interesting. I think I've tried that on, I want to say, Xbox Game Pass before, so I know I'm very familiar with that. As you guys are seeing, Annapurna, they're working on it, of course. Laurel and the Laser Eye, comes out next year. That game looks quite exciting for sure because now you're getting more titles. Nintendo's also working with third party, right? They're working with a lot of third parties like this game here, Super Bomberman R2 comes out next year. They're working on a lot of third party titles, and I think this is what's going to sell for the Switch, right? We all remember Bomberman. I remember I played Bomberman for Sega, if I can remember correctly, Sega, and then they had another game for Dreamcast, I think. I might be wrong on that one, T, but they're working with a lot of third-party titles, and I think that's needed for the Nintendo Switch. As you guys are seeing now, the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection comes out next year. They're going back to the roots of old school because they know they've got a lot of fan base that they are working. They play games that are from the old school, and they're trying to get back to the roots. Another thing that they're doing too with Nintendo Switch in particular, and all the games all over the world, some games are doing this too, where they have a collection, right? They have games that have multiple games inside, and then you have a music player, and then you have a gallery, and then you have so many more intricate kind of things here. Pac-Man is going to make a return for the Nintendo Switch. I was excited when I saw this game. This trailer was kind of rushed a little bit, but I am a huge Pac-Man fan, right? The guy in the voice actor kept saying the Pac dots. I thought that they were called Pac pellets, because my mom, she's a huge Pac-Man gal. She loves Pac-Man. Like, Miss Pac-Man is her favorite, but she loves Pac-Man. And we were always call it Pac pellets. So the guy, the Pac dots. No, it's the Pac pellets for all of us gamers that want to dabble on into it for sure. But like I say, T, they're working on a lot of third-party titles. They're working on some third-party titles like this one right here. This game that you guys are saying, black and white, intricate, drawn out. This looks like, and to be honest with you guys, this kind of reminds me of something when we do our shows. We use our engine, Video Hive LTD. That's what this kind of reminds me of, using this engine. Now, I'm not saying that they use the same engine as we do. I doubt it. The engine's probably way better than what we have, just a little bit here at K.L.P Entertainment. But it's good to see third-party titles come out and to really be creative. And it's true. The stigma is true that games that are third-party, they are a little bit better. Blank comes out February 23rd from Gearbox Publishings. They've had a very exciting time. Gearbox Publishings, they've developed a lot of great games for sure. So, T, let me ask you this question. Do you think third party is necessary? And I'm going to pose this question to everybody out there who's listening to the panel today. Do you think it's necessary to have third parties a great intricate when it comes to video game making and the future of gaming?
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with games or third parties coming to these consoles. You gotta look at it from this, because we get, and I'm not gonna use the word saturated, right? Because every publisher, first party publisher, they make some dope games, right? But it's always interesting to see third party our players come out and they develop something very creative that you may not see on the normal scale, right? Like this game here, of course, the I forgot the island of Monkey Island or something. I'm forgetting, and we'll see the title of this game. But this is published by a third party, right? It's giving us a different take on gaming. It's giving us a lot of creatives out there who are game developers, game content creators, animators, scripters, key grippers. You know, they're giving their opportunity to dabble on into a game like this in the different era of video game making, because you know we've got your Call of Duties, you got your Marios, you got your Sonics, you got your typical games. But again, this game Return to Monkey Island, third party, comes out this year. You know, now that they're having their time, right? Devolver Digital, they're pretty good, by the way, Kennedy. You know, this is the game where it's third party, is giving us a different scope, is giving us the different types of color, is giving us a different story narrative telling in video game making. Because you got to remember, guys, storytelling is one of those things. Now, a lot of people wanted to see a new Mario, right? Because Mario right now has to recoup. Let me tell y'all, because I'm seeing it all over Twitter and all over the YouTube channels. A lot of YouTube channel stars, they're talking about that new Mario Striker Battle League that didn't sell that much. It wasn't that good. There's not enough content for that game, and we're not going to harp on that game so much because a lot of YouTubers talked about it. But now you're seeing the second version of Kingdom Battle, right? Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Spark for Hope, or Spark of Hope. Hopefully that name is right. No pun intended there. Now, let me tell you, the first Kingdom Battle I played for Switch, and I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy the intricate of it. A lot of people said, okay, I don't know about Mario carrying a gun, carrying a weapon. This works, right? Because now this is a different type of Mario. Let me tell you why this second one is going to do better than the first one. I do like the idea of it being able to have your character move freely around the battlefield. I think this was something they should have done in the first game, but maybe they're just testing the waters, right? They're testing the ranks, they're testing the waters, they're testing a whole lot when it came down to this game. Now this is a second story for the Mario and Rabbids series. Now Mario has two guns. He's blasting them up. You know, he's really getting in there within this, and this has been the talk of this has been the game that's been talked about the most, because it's very interesting, it's different, it's something that you're not used to seeing from Mario before. I do think that this game is going to sell better than Strikers Battle League, and I think this is the time where they need to kind of recoup from it. Maybe Strikers will get better as they add more characters. Maybe they'll add more content to Battle League. But right now, and a lot of YouTubers, right? We've shouted out quite a few YouTubers before, but one I'm thinking about, the Nintendo podcast. It was Beat 'em Ups and Bob Wolf. You know, them two, they're getting together for a podcast. And of course, Wood from Beat 'em Ups Nintendo YouTube channel, he said, you know, there's not enough content for for Battle League to be worth $60. Even I thought about picking it up, and I said, okay, yeah, $60 for lack of content? No, because you guys got to remember, these video games are getting high. So I'm hoping that Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope will be up to standards. I hope that they can recoup from the last Mario game being the Battle League soccer game showcase for Ubisoft. Will be, well, today, by the time you're listening or watching today's panel. But it's one of those things, guys, that, you know, Mario has it. Mario needs to get in there, and I think sparks of hope will get there, and it will help them out.
So moving back to third parties, as you guys are seeing this game here, you're building a train station, not really my thing, but this next game, of course, the Legend of Right, this game, I don't know, this game, it kind of piqued my interest just a little bit because now you're drawing. Again, they're really getting back to the elements of the Nintendo Switch being a touch device, right? The screen is touch screen and you can draw, you can erase, you can play with, it's one of those things that, this is quite exciting. This is interesting. This is different. It's a different way of doing gameplay style. Maybe that will work, right? Now, this next thing, oh my gosh, we got a little bit more of Sonic Frontiers. And let me tell you, a lot of people are skeptical right now, T. We've been talking about it for months now. And, Sonic Frontiers looks... I mean, there's a little bit of lag. There's a little bit of resolution rate drops in the demo. But maybe they'll improve it when you actually get the game. Honestly, I'm going to get the game for my PS5. I'm not interested in getting this game for Nintendo Switch. But the Nintendo Switch conference, they did give us a little bit more that we didn't see before. Of course, they announced more things. Of course, some of the combat that Sonic is doing, some of the moves that Sonic is doing, we've seen before. We've seen it done before. But now, as you're seeing it right now, we're having to where now we get to see a little glimpse of Cyber Zone. So I'm very interested for that. Green Hill Zone, I know some people said that the platform looks a little too blocky. Maybe they're working on it. Maybe they just needed something to have out. We'll wait and see. But we get to see a little bit, just a little bit more. A new cutscene on the game, Sonic Frontiers. Giant Titan that he's going against. So we still don't have a release date. Winter 2022. So it's been speculated, of course, Sonic Frontiers is supposed to be coming back out, of course, later this year. So I'm excited for Sonic Frontiers. I'm excited to get the game. Won't get it for Nintendo Switch. I'll get it for PS5 for the resolution and the 60 frames per second. But I'm very interested to see what Sonic Frontiers does in the winter time. Now, I gotta ask, are you a Disney? I joke with you because this next game they kind of announced, and this is quite interesting for the kiddos. And I say kiddos very loosely because honestly, I like Disney type video games myself. You guys can remember back, I enjoy playing Kingdom Hearts. I can't wait for the new one to come out soon. But now this one's kind of a simulation of you going through the town and you're building a Disney type land and you're interacting with the Disney characters. That's Dreamlight Valley coming out, early access available September 6th. That's quite interesting, right? It's interesting that Disney's back in there and they're trying to get simulations going and you're growing your character and you're playing around with your character. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the Disney games. Of course, Alive is another good game. I actually do dabble games like this one that you're seeing now because they're taking the formula of Octopath Traveler. Right, and we all remember Octopath Traveler. It's available on Xbox Game Pass, and I played that game before. And I love how the 2D is more 3D a little bit, but then it's like the HD quality, but you're getting the old school style of RPG. I love games like that, and I can't wait to see the progress of that because every game's like that now. Every game they're dabbling into some sort of 2D, 3D kind of thing. One thing though, T, I hate that Nintendo makes us do in some of these games. I'm sorry to all of my farming gaming people. I don't like games where you have to farm and clean things. The only cleaning video game that I actually enjoy from Nintendo was Super Mario Sunshine, but it was an adventure and you're cleaning things for a good cause. A lot of games now, you have to clean things and farm, and I'm just not a big fan of those type of games. I'm sorry, I cannot dabble into them. It's boring to me. I'm a beat 'em ups kind of guy. I'm a slasher, a shooter, a platformer. I'm just not that kind of type of game there. But speaking of another platformer, T, of course, the Minecraft Legends will be coming out, and it looks fantastic, guys. It looks very, very fantastic, to say the least. That Minecraft Legends, of course, we saw the trailer on the other press conferences before. We know what this game will look like, but that's quite exciting, of course, Minecraft Legends.
Oh my god, it's Dragon Ball Z. Nah, I'm just kidding, y'all. That's Dragon Quest Treasures. Of course, Dragon Quest, they've been doing it, right? They've been doing their thing really, really well when it comes down to their series. And of course, yes indeed, they got another game, Dragon Quest Treasures. Of course, you're going around, you designing your character, going around the island, exploring, finding treasure. And then you have allies from other Dragon Quest games that's going to be accommodating you and accompanying you throughout your journey. And you're going through the lands and you're finding treasure and you're exploring. This is a great niche, right? This is good. I like games like this. This is quite interesting for the games to come out. Dragon Quest comes out and then you're just exploring, you're platforming, you're fighting, your RPG just a little bit. They have all the elements, right? This is what this is gonna sell as well. Of course, then again, it comes out December 9th, right? December 9th is when it comes out, and then you're able to really go out and get these games. And that's pretty much all we've got to see in the press conference. Of course, some of the games like Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes is already out. Maybe we'll pick that up and we'll review. No Man's Sky is coming next month, this next coming month, July. Excited for that. I played No Man's Sky on PlayStation 4, so for me, I feel like I'm not going to be missing much, Kennedy. But get this, Kennedy, of course, Black Tales Requiem. We talked about it at PlayStation's, our K.L.P Doubletake for PlayStation's State of Play. Very excited for that. Of course, we've got a lot of more indie Japanese type RPG games to come out later on within the year too. So again, this press conference wasn't too bad. I have to give my wholehearted opinion about this. This press conference was not bad at all. Of course, we did get what they like to call a last minute thing. This is Portal, the collection. I forgot the name of this one, Kennedy, but it's Portal, right? We played Portal back in the day. Shout out to Portal. Shout out to old school gaming. I want to say maybe 2007, maybe earlier than that. I can't really remember what year Portal came out, but 2007, that era of gaming. You know, they gave us the last minute, right? The Portable Companion collections available right now, out now. So, like I say, the press conference wasn't too bad, right? The press conference was not too bad at all. I actually enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy the press conference. Do I wish we would have had a little bit more? Yes. I wish we did. But this is what we've got. Of course, another game like this, again, as you said, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Kennedy, because I too don't like games where you have to farm and fish things. Like, it's just not, it's not me, right? This game has farming and fishing, but then you're slashing, you're RPGing. So maybe this game might be what lives up to the potential. Hopefully, with this game here, we won't get bored from Square Enix, right? I'm praying that we don't. I hope that we don't.
Yeah, so, and as the direct kind of concluded, of course, we did get some news about Persona, right? I'm a Persona guy, right? I like Persona. And this is one thing, T, and comment below to all our fan base if you agree or you disagree. Every press conference has to be different. And I think we kind of found that out this June, right? Because June was the month where everybody needed to present. And it's been a pleasure to do coverage of this month of June, because the month of June has been cool, right? Because we've got a lot of great things. A lot of games are getting pushed back, right? A lot of games are coming out 2023, so we have to wait a little bit longer. Some games are coming out next month. Some games are coming out later on within this year. But my point of this is every press conference has to be different. It cannot be the same, right? And maybe with Persona 5 Royals and Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3 Portable, Some of the things we probably didn't get to see, some of the things we saw a little bit different within each press conference. Again, these Persona games got announced at another press conference. Of course, I believe Xbox will have their port for them as well. I played Persona 5 on Nintendo Switch before, and it's very interesting. There's this another game that had Persona people in it. Blaze Blue Tag Team Battle has some Persona characters in that game. That game's actually pretty fun, by the way. It's a 2D V versus V platformer fighter. It's very. I enjoyed it. It was very interesting. But I hope for next year, each conference is a little bit different. Right, they've proven it. Everybody has proven their difference within their press conference this month of June, right? Because at each press conference we saw a little bit of difference. We didn't see the same thing in each press conference, because I remember in 2018, 2019, they had it to where they presented the same game at each press conference, and I think they'll take note, because every gamer wants to know. Every gamer knows that it's not really a fun press conference when we already get shown things that we already seen, right? And some of the games we saw at Nintendo's Direct Mini, we've seen before. We know about it. But then there were some games that are like, oh, okay, yeah, this is what we got. I know a lot of people were upset about not seeing more of Mario, or I know a lot of people want to see the Breath of the Wild 2. That's not coming to next year, guys, by the way. From Nintendo, and this is my last minute thing here. This is what I want to see coming in the future of Nintendo. I do want to see a new Donkey Kong game. I know it's a little far-fetched. I know they're still harping it up, where they have the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze is on sale right now. We've already played that. That's a 5-year-old game. Probably not, T, but that's an old game. We already seen a game like that before. We want a fresh, new Donkey Kong. And here's what I think Nintendo's going to take it, guys. I think Nintendo is going to take Donkey Kong and have the same formula as Super Mario Odyssey. The same formula as Kirby the Forgotten Land. They're going to take that 3D kind of port and put that into a Donkey Kong series. That's going to sell. I know that's going to sell. They just got to think strategically how they're going to build that new Donkey Kong game. But I would love to see a new Donkey Kong game. That's my take. That's really my take on that. T, one last question. What game, what character do you want to see revived in the future of Nintendo?
It's easy. I want to see Star Fox, right? We've got, the Star Fox remade for Wii U back in the day, which didn't really do so hot. And then you had Star Fox characters as an extra character in Starlink Battle for Atlas. But I think it's time for Nintendo to develop a one-on-one first-party Star Fox game. Here's the problem with Nintendo I have, right, Kennedy? They have all these IPs. They have all these good characters that are in Smash. But then you don't see them have their own game, right? Like you said, you want to see a Donkey Kong game. I do too. I want to see a fresh new Donkey Kong game. I want to see a fresh new Star Fox type game. Hell, I even want to see a brand new, fresh new Captain Falcon type video racer game. Like, they could really do it if they really paid attention to their audiences and really paid attention to the market, because honestly, I think Nintendo can do it. I think Nintendo can swing a brand new Donkey Kong game, a brand new Star Fox game, just Star Fox, not Star Fox with Battle for Atlas people, not Star Fox with Smash people, Star Fox standalone adventure type game. Kind of like how they did the Star Fox Adventures game for GameCube that came out during the day. I want to see a game like that from Star Fox. That's what I want to see. I want to see Nintendo use their IP, use their characters that they have in their catalog, lockbox somewhere, unlock them, poke them out and say, okay, here's what we can do. Because eventually we're going to get tired of Mario. Maybe, I don't know. We're going to get tired of Zelda. We're going to get tired of Pokemon. We want something new. We want something we haven't seen before. And that's what I would like to see.
Yeah, I agree with you, T. I would love to see these characters get unlocked and they come back and they make a comeback and, you know, it's something fresh. Get us, Nintendo, get us excited for a Nintendo Switch. Because right now, and I gotta say, and I in my office, in my house, you know, I got my Switch there and I play Mario Odyssey sometimes. I've been playing PlayStation because I haven't been that interested in Nintendo Switch because I haven't had a game so far that I was very like, dang, I gotta get that. You know, if you're gonna take $60-$70 and spend it on a video game, it has to be a game that you're excited for. It has to be a game that you're ready to shell out that, because that's a lot of money, right? Shell out that money, be excited to play. And I personally, because I could be wrong, people are different, I personally haven't been that excited when it came to Nintendo Switch as of late. And I really do hope that changes because, you know, my Switch is sitting there collecting dust because I just haven't had a game that I'm just really eager to play. And I hope Nintendo sees that from some fans and they say, okay, we need to make sure everybody's picking up their Switch, right? Because it's an investment at the end of the day. So comment below, let us know what you guys think about the Nintendo Direct Mini that was live yesterday. Please leave your comments below. We want to hear from you guys. Tweet at us as well. We want to hear what you guys think about the Nintendo Direct Mini conference that was yesterday. This has been the K.L.P Doubletake. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel at K.L.P Entertainment. And also, if you're listening to the audio, well, the video version and audio version for all of our major audio platforms out there, thank you so much. Subscribe to those channels, share it with your friends, letting you guys know that, of course, K.L.P and T was live here in the studio to give you guys another panel for the K.L.P Doubletake as we talked about Nintendo's Direct Mini. And also for you too, don't forget to hit that bell notification so that way you guys do not miss a new episode that's coming out of K.L.P Entertainment. So that's going to wrap it up. I've been your host, K.L.P Kennedy Lucas, my co-host Tyrus Lester, and you've stayed tuned for the K.L.P Doubletake. Stay safe, stay swanky.